Hi, it's Saturday the 29th of March of 2025. Hope everybody had a good week. Um, this month is almost over. Baseball started uh, Thursday. My Mets won last night. They lost the first game, but they won last night. And Juan Soto hit a booming home run. So I can't wait to see more of him play. I was trying to think about getting tickets for because the Mets come home next week. They're in Houston tonight, and then I think they get a travel day tomorrow. Then I think they play the Marlins on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I think Thursday they're off for the travel day. And then Friday they play the Blue Jays Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that Saturday game. But it looks like it's going to rain next week a bunch of days. I was looking at the weather. I was trying to gauge because at first I think when I looked at the weather it was like a 60 like a 20% chance of rain. Then it went up, and then it looks like it's going to rain. So I don't know if the Mets, because if it rains Friday, they may do a double header on Saturday. But it looks like it's going to rain on Saturday too as well. So I got to keep checking the weather and see if the gonna. In fact, I'm going to check it in a little bit and see. Yeah, if the weather changes, then I can ask my brother if he wants to go. If not, I'll just maybe wait till because the Mets are they're home. I don't know how long they're home, uh, but I definitely want to go. See if I'm on games, and I want to get a Juan Soto jersey as well. Anyway, what I was going to say. Oh yeah. And CinemaCon starts, on this. I think on Monday. But anyway, so this week I think we're getting a new trailer for the Superman movie, James Gunn's Superman movie. I'm gonna get a nice full trailer, which maybe Tuesday or Wednesday we're gonna get that. So I'm looking forward to that, to reacting to that, and also I did download the Wicked movie because I want to watch it, but it's almost like 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so I gotta see if I can find the time to that's 3 hours nearly 3 hours to watch it. But I do want to react to it. I did download it today, so I just gotta find the time. Like I said, Thursday, not Thursday, Wednesday I have a dental appointment uh, in the afternoon, so I gotta. But I don't think that's a good time to do it. I have to maybe see if I can do it. I'm trying to think. It's gonna have to be maybe on a Saturday morning or something like that. If I can find the time. And also, like I said, I also want to, like I said, start doing live streams for this channel and for my other channel. Like I said, this channel I'll probably do it on Saturday, and the other channel I'll probably do on Friday. I just have to, again, do a couple of tests to make sure I can get myself. And I also, like I said, I want to see if I can do it with the with my iPad, because I noticed before when I used to try to do the live streams with a couple of my fellow YouTubers, and they always mess up when I try to do it with my computer. But then when I just do it with my phone, it like don't ask me why the phone used to instantly connect. So I'm gonna see if I can do it with my iPad because I think the iPad can fit on the you get a bigger screen and obviously I think I'm gonna see if it fits on my with my tripod there because I think my tripod stretches and I think it can hold an iPod. I think it can, and then I can test it and see if I can do it that way. So if I can do it that way and get it right, like I said, I'll start doing live streams. And like I said, I haven't quite ended my Patreon uh, yet. I added the Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, so all the episodes uncensored are on there. That's the last thing I added on there. And what else? I'm trying to think what else is coming up. Oh yeah, I did get my. I think I mentioned this before, but I got a clean bill of health for my when I went for my to urologist of my follow-up visit for my bladder scan. I think I mentioned that before, and I also what else? I checked. I got the bill for that. I'm gonna pay that. And like I said, I'm gonna pay the ultrasound thing over time, and the dentist bill. I called them to try to straighten that out, and it took them like 3 days to get back to me, and then they said somebody would get back, and they still didn't get back to me. But I got the dental appointment on Wednesday, so when I go there, I'm gonna straighten that out before I. Let's see if I can get there early, like 3 o'clock, because my appointment's at 3:30. But I'm seeing if I can get there early, maybe at 3 o'clock, and I can straighten this out for her, because I'm gonna print out those claims and actually go through it with her to make sure that they're not trying to rip me off, because according to these claims, the insurance company already paid them part of the money. And then what they say, I know I paid. Then I double checked it with my credit card with my bank. I know I paid out of pocket on my debit card. I paid them like $217. So what they're saying that I owe them, I don't. That amount isn't right. So I want to make sure I straighten that out before I even pay anything more. Else maybe I hate to do this, but maybe I have to go to another dentist. Uh, just want to make sure that that they're trying to overcharge me, because like I said, I got the claims according to my insurance company, dental insurance company, what they say I owe and what the dentists say I owe. It's not the same, and I know I paid out of my pocket with my debit card some money too, which I don't see that, so I want to make sure. Uh, I'm not getting overcharged. Okay, so I guess I'll straighten that out, because they still didn't call me back, because I called them, to straighten that out. I'm trying to straighten it out over the phone, but they haven't. So I'll do it when I go in person, and I'll go there a little bit early, maybe like 3 o'clock. My appointment's at 3:30, and sit down with their billing and make sure we straighten this out, because I'm not paying. They're not ripping me off for what I what I know I owe. Between that and what the insurance company say I owe. So anyway, what else? Trying to think. Oh yeah, today is one of these wacky days, and not wacky so much. It's supposed to be like 74 degrees today, which is crazy. And the sun is out and shiny. Oh yeah, and we are going to the. I am going on a vacation with my family. I know I mentioned that in my other video, and in my other in bed vlog, and have paid my sister, to secure the house, and they're gonna also have a chef that come for 2 days out of the days that we're there to cook and stuff. So we have to pay them I think 270 or something. So I'm gonna pay 135 today. My niece is gonna come by and pick up the money, and then I think in May we'll pay the other, or July I think we pay the other 135. So that's good. And I'm also going to look at other things to do, because I know there's other things to do in Virginia. Like they got a lot of historical sites that you can visit and stuff. So, and then also like they're gonna probably rent a couple of cars. I know my sister said we're gonna leave early Sunday morning, like at 5 o'clock in the morning, because I think she said it takes about 6 hours to get there. So we'll get there maybe a little bit after 11. Go to drop our bags, right, and then go to into the rooms and stuff, and then go to Walmart and stuff and buy a bunch of breakfast stuff and other stuff that we need for the week that we'll be there. And like I said, we're gonna 2 nights we're gonna have a chef cook for us. And I know she said one night probably have like a pizza night or like a taco night, and then barbecue. Obviously, I know that first night they're probably gonna barbecue, because we're gonna get there like around 11 or something, and then we'll probably just after you go shopping and stuff, come back and then probably barbecue for that first night there. Put the hamburgers and stuff and chicken and all that stuff. And I know my sister they're gonna bring a bunch of stuff with them as well. So I'm looking forward to this vacation. So normally I take 2 weeks in the beginning of July, But what I'll do this time is I'll take a week in the beginning of July, and then I'll take the other week at the end for this vacation, because we're going to leave uh, Sunday morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Then we're going to leave the house, I think by 10. We have to leave by 10. So we'll come back around 4 o'clock or something. And so then I got the weekend to you know deflate before I have to go back to work on that Monday, which is good. Which is like I think the 4th of August. So, but I'm looking forward to it and stuff. And I know, like I said, they got 6 bedrooms and all that stuff. And I know one bedroom has like 4 beds, 4 double beds in it. And I know my sister was saying they're going to put the kids in the pool house, because the pool house has 2 bedrooms. But I think you put the kids, all those kids, because I think it's more you put them in that 4 bedroom house. I wouldn't mind share if I have to share a room with my brother in the pool house, like me and my brother be in the pool house. I think that's what I'm gonna, because we're gonna discuss this before we get out there to make sure everybody's on the same page. Because I'm not sleeping in a 4 bedroom room. I'd rather if it's like a 2 bedroom thing, we got our own TV and be by the pool house, and it has its own bathroom and shower and all that stuff. And I know they got 6 bathrooms and stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. And like I said, they have other stuff that you can see. They have a lot of historical sites out there in Virginia and stuff. They got national park. They got a couple of national parks, which would be nice to do exactly on the after you wake up and eat breakfast and stuff, and then just get in the car and drive to one of these national parks. And I know on the beach, Virginia Beach is very famous. They got a boardwalk where you can either hang out by the beach, or you can walk along the boardwalk and have like 3 miles of boardwalk where you can buy souvenirs and stuff, and then you can eat in a restaurant and all that stuff. So you can do that as well. So I'll talk to my brother, because I'll probably mostly likely be hanging out with my brother, and we'll just I'm trying to think. You know what I'm thinking? Because we're in Virginia, but which I think is close to Washington. So I wonder if we can. I was wondering if the Mets were, maybe go to a baseball game too. Like maybe just travel down there. Like I was wondering if we could do that too. I got to check the baseball schedule and see, because maybe one of those days we can, go out and if the Nationals are home, then we can travel out there and maybe go to like a 1 o'clock game or something, or just that would be cool to see that stadium and stuff. But I know they have a lot of historical sites down in Virginia as well. We can do that, so we'll do that. And I know they're talking about renting like 2 vehicles. They're like they carry like 8 or 10 people in it. Okay, which makes sense. Okay, so I can do that. But anyway, it's just stuff to consider and stuff to think about. Well, yeah, and I also found out at the job that one of the new people that got hired in records, she's leaving. I guess she gave it in her 2 weeks notice, which is kind of sad, because I don't know if I don't know if I ever mentioned it. There was a guy that used to work in records, a very friendly guy. He passed away. And I think he might have died of COVID. They didn't really tell us exactly what he died of, but I know. I think a little bit back, like the year before last, he was out sick, and then he just never came back. Because I remember I went on vacation, and I was gone for most of that December with a lot of vacation times, and I didn't see him. And then it was like January and stuff, and then all of a sudden we had a meeting, and they told us that he passed on and stuff, and we gathered. I think they wanted to buy him a card or something for his and I know they said his wife was very private. She didn't want anybody at the job to attend his funeral, which I thought was kind of I don't know if he was Jewish, because I know Jewish, you bury your people right away. But it seemed sort of weird that she didn't want anybody from the job to come to the funeral and stuff. So, and I think he might have died of COVID. So you never know. And so then there was a long time. The girl Camille, who was working records, she was by herself for a long time. And then they, brought a woman from the other site, the lady that's in charge of records. She came by and she was working there for a little bit. And then they hired this girl that's working there now. And she's been there the past. I think she started last year sometime. And then we found out Thursday, because I guess she told Debbie, she told Keisha, the big boss who works in that area, in the mailroom and the records and stuff. She told her, she gave her a 2 weeks notice, so she's leaving. So who knows? Maybe money. I don't know if it's money or maybe she doesn't like the job. But so we're going to be down a person again. So I guess it happens. Hey, maybe she didn't like the job and she looked for another job and got it. Hey, I don't regret anybody looking for another job, but it is what it is. Uh, and I think that's it. I think that's it for this. Like I said, I'm gonna probably leave here around 2:30. Uh, go to run my errands. Gonna go to cleaners, uh, supermarket, and probably go to maybe the check cashing place so I can put money on my Omni card, and also I'm probably gonna see if the that money because I got a bunch of change in my bag, and see if I can cash that in. It's probably it might be like 40, $60, whatever. And like I said, I gotta pull money out to give my niece because I know she's supposed to come by and pick up the money for the chef. And so again, what I'm gonna do anyway, that's 1 o'clock p.m. Anyway, what I'm also gonna do is I pay for I pay for part of the trip and pay for the rest of it in May, and then also probably gonna get probably get about maybe around $200 for the uh, for the car rental, because I know, like I said, if you got, let's say you got it, let's say you got 8 people in the car, right? Everybody gives $200 each. It's about $1,600. I think that might be, because it might be 200 something dollars a day to rent the car. And you're probably gonna need the car for 5 days. So that's like $1,000. Say it's like 250 or whatever it is, and plus you have to gas it up and stuff. Fill up the tank and stuff. So if you got 8 people in a car, that's $1,600. Uh, it sounds about right. Right? Let's say it's 250 times 8 people. That's zero 40, right? Yeah. So and then you can use the rest of the money to and because I know my sister said she's supposed to be traveling with her husband. My other sister, my older sister, is supposed to be traveling. I think with her daughter, her niece, and her husband, who's he has Alzheimer's. So I don't know. That's because I don't know. We're maybe trying, because I know my sister's telling us she's trying to bring him with her, which I think is a nice gesture, but because of his condition and stuff. And I think my sister needs a break, because she takes care of him, full time. So that's what we were trying to think of, that maybe she can just suggest to her that maybe she can either have him for the week that we're gone, either stay with one of his sons. He has a son lives in Brooklyn, or he has there's a place you can put him, not like a dog or anything like that, but a medical place where he can stay. They can take care of him for the week, because I think my sister needs a break. Because she takes care of him full time, and I think this vacation will be good for her. So hopefully, like I said, maybe my niece might be the only one that can talk to her about it and tell her, listen, because his his medication and all that stuff, maybe let him you know let you get a break for like a week. You put him in a facility that they can take care of him for the week. Make sure he takes his meds and all that stuff, and then you can go off on this vacation. And because I know my sister, she's very selfless and she's taking care of him, and I think she needs the time to herself. I think she needs the time, a nice vacation where she don't have to worry about him, and I think that would be nice for her. So hopefully, I'm hoping my niece can convince her to take him to the facility so he can stay there for the week, and then she can go on this vacation and have that time to herself, which I think would be nice. Okay, but anyway, yeah, like I said, my sister's gonna look into that. Renting those big passenger vans that can take, like I said, like 8 people a piece. I think 8 or 10 people. Because I know when we went down south for my grandfather's funeral, I think we took off for the week. My grandmother's funeral. We went down there for a week, and we had. I think we had 3 vans. I think it was 3 vans. Well, it might have been 4 because I think it was my sister, my older sister, my cousin, my sister, uh, my niece and her daughter, and me. I think it was us. So I think it was 6 of us in there. I think it was 6, right? I think it was 6 of us in there, and then my brothers. I think my 4 brothers. Let's see. I think my 4 brothers. I think it was right. Raymond, Dal, Marion, Raymond. Wait. Raymond, Dal, Marion, and I think it was my nephew too as well. I think, and his girlfriend. I think they were in one car, and then I think it was my sister, her 2 daughters, and their kids, their sons, in another, and we went, and that's how we traveled down. We traveled, and it actually went longer because we went all the way down south. Because I remember I slept part of the way. We left like late. I think we left. No, we left like around. Excuse me. We left like I think like 12 o'clock at night. Yeah, we left like 12 o'clock at night, and they drove down, and I slept because I think my sister and my cousin were taking turns driving, and I know I slept. I think I slept from like because I have my iPad with me, and I think I slept because it was 12 o'clock at night, so obviously you're tired. So and I slept and it was a nice, comfortable van with seat belts and everything. And like I said, and I slept. I think for a good portion of it. I think I slept through the night. I think I woke up. It was like I don't even remember waking up. I think I woke up about 4 or 5 or something like that. And because I'm trying to remember, I think we had to stop because there's no way you can travel that long a distance and not have to go to the bathroom. Because I know coming back, I think my brothers they left like early in the morning. They got up extra early. They didn't even wait until because I think we had to check out. It was like 10 o'clock or something like that. And my brothers, I think they left early in the morning. I think they left like because they wanted to get back to New York. I think they left like 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So they left, and then me and my sister and my cousin and stuff, they wanted to leave later because I think they wanted to visit. My cousin wanted to visit her mom's graveyard, and her gravesite. And so I think we left like around 11 or so. So I think we were like the last people to come back because I think my sisters left too before that, and then I think we left last and stuff. And I know, I purposely remember we were traveling a long way to get back, and I remember having to go to the bathroom real bad, and I remember holding it for a long time, and it's just getting relief. But yeah, so but this trip is only like 4 hours, so that's so we should be able to maybe make one stop or something maybe on the way there, because I think it's 4 hours to Virginia. No, 6 hours. I think she said. I'm sorry, 6 hours. So maybe like 3 or something hours into it, they stop at a rest stop. But I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a good trip. Uh, like I said, I had a good time the last time we went to Myrtle Beach. That was like a year right after the pandemic. I think it was in 2021. That was like right after my brother had passed, and we went to Myrtle Beach for for like the week, and it was a nice time. We had a good time because we stayed in this hotel, and they had a pool right outside there, so we were by the pool for a couple of days. By the there was a pool right downstairs, and hang out by the pool a little bit. Then we went and this boat casino thing one time, and then we went to the movies I think one time, and just had a good time, a good time. So oh, that's my phone. I don't know. That may be my niece or my sister telling me. Just want to know when they're gonna come by for the give her the money. So I'll answer that in a bit. But I think that's it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the Superman trailer that's coming out Tuesday. And let me again, like I said, I'm going to see if I can test these live streams out and stuff. So you may see a test live stream for this channel, a test live stream for my other channel this week. I'm going to see if I can test it. Like I said, I downloaded Wicked, and I don't know if it'll be next weekend or whatever it's going to be. I'm going to have to sit myself down for the 3 hours so I can watch it, because I definitely want to react to it. It's one of those movies I wanted to see. And like I said, I bought it. It's one of the movies I had in my digital code giveaway contest last week. So I have it here, so I want to watch it and stuff. I got a feeling I'm going to be crying and bawling through it too as well. So you may see that. You may see me crying and bawling through it. Okay, so anyway, I hope everyone have a great weekend. Like I said, today it's supposed to be really nice. I think it's supposed to go up to 78 today, which is crazy for, although, like I said, it's March. So spring has started, so, and then I think it's supposed to drop like 20 degrees tomorrow. I think only supposed to be 58 degrees. And I think it's supposed to rain too a couple of days this week. So, and also, so I'm going to see if I can get a ticket for the if the Mets, got to see if the weather changes. Hopefully the chances of rain go away, so me and my brother can go to the game next Saturday. And what else? Oh yeah, dental appointment on Wednesday, and I got to straighten out the financial thing with that to make sure they're not overcharging me. I want to make sure get that straightened out. I can print out those claims things from MetLife. I can print those out and bring those with me to the dental office to make sure we straighten this out. And I think that's it. See, that's another ping, another message. So I got to check that out. Anyway, take care, be well, stay safe. Anyway, in the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also, have a link to my other channel, Bob Views and Opinions. We check that out as well. Also, I have a link down below to my Patreon. Again, page is still up right now. Okay, and over 200 videos on there. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's the last thing I put on there. You got all 10 episodes on there, uncensored. Okay, you get 5-minute preview. You get 5-minute preview clips of all the content on there. I'll link in the description box. It'll take you to the store. Also, I have a link to my Patreon. Excuse me. Also, in the description box, I have a link to my merchandise store. Also, hats, t-shirts, mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, water bottles, everything for men, for women, unisex. Follow the link. It'll take you to the store. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer. Thanks so long, and take care.